How to live a life of creativity and purpose. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Hania Ishtiaq and I teach what I learned to help people live a life of purpose, clarity, and confidence. I believe creativity is a divine quality, which means that if you practice creativity, if you live in it, if you tap into that creative side of yours, you get to know the divine more and more. You get closer to that part of yourself that is very unique. God has given you a purpose and He's given you a seed that could be in the form of an idea, a new perspective that could change the world, a new way of looking at things that is just yours, specifically yours. And I know that you've heard this all your life that your purpose is to worship Allah, which is true. But to be honest, this answer never satisfied me fully. As a kid, we ask ourselves, what is our purpose? I know that the purpose is to worship Allah, but in what way? For me and for you, that worship is different. Your worship might feel like changing the world through your ideas, through your writing. For me, it could be different. For someone else, it could be painting. Like there is no right answer. You just have to find yourself. So I ask you this question: what does creativity look like to you? What is something that you can do without any fear or any greed, any pressure? Because the truth is, you've been given this time on this planet Earth and you're going to spend it doing something. You're going to have to earn money, and to earn money, you need to do something, to work. You're either making other people's ideas bigger and richer, or you're building your own inner life and enhancing that. So you have to choose. And the type of work you choose must come from your creative side, because if it doesn't, then you're doing something for an external motivation that will quickly run out and you will lose willpower. You will lose your energy. So the second question that I want you to journal about, answer this right now and pause this video to think about it a little bit. What is something that you can do even if you're given no money for it? If all your needs and expenses were taken care of, if you were in a world like a simulation where you could have everything you want, all your needs are already taken care of, you have no shortage of money, no shortage of food or clothes or anything else, what would you do? How would you spend your time? Wouldn't you be getting bored all the time? What would you be doing? Write about it, and as you keep writing, you will find what your real purpose is. And let me tell you a secret: everyone knows their purpose. There are different voices in our head, and if you listen to the right voice, you might as well end up getting your new business idea that could be open doors of success for you in this world and in the next world. So I'll be sharing how to identify whether the voice that you're hearing is anxiety or intuition. Your anxiety is always loud. It's this loud voice that keeps telling you to do something, go hurry up, find a job, select a career, fit in, try to find your way in this mad, mad world. Everything's ending, food is running out, water is running out, the world's climate is changing, population is increasing, everything is about scarcity mindset. All this noise that's forcing you to act from a place of fear and guilt. This is anxiety. And I don't urge you to completely put a blind eye to these kind of situations, because you have to tackle emergent situations sometimes, but just don't make it the purpose of your life. Listen to it, but don't associate with it. This is not your intuition. This is not where your creativity lies. This is not where your passion and your purpose lies. Because the voice that will tell you about your passion is not loud. It's like a whisper. So there's a quote I've written. It says that Allah whispers, Shaitan shouts. Don't listen to the shouting, to the urgency, to the fear. Those are the frequencies of Shaitan. Allah Ta'ala will put an idea in your heart in the form of a whisper. It will be slow. It will be out of nowhere. You're walking on a road and suddenly you meet someone who asks you for help. You realize that this is the kind of thing that you can do very well. You're good at it. Suddenly you find your purpose. Or you're walking to a supermarket and you overhear someone saying something that instantly clicks with you and gives you your idea. That is how Allah Ta'ala whispers. And a good example that I can give you of intuition and anxiety, if you've listened to artists describe their work process, they would often say that I'm not the one painting, I'm the one observing. I'm the one observing, getting little whispers like do a little bit of blue here, paint a little bit green here, and that's how the process keeps unfolding right in front of my eyes. What helps them achieve this level is their inner ability to trust the process and to allow it to unfold step by step and to look at the whole process of painting from a place of curiosity and not fear. The second major difference between the voice of anxiety and the voice of intuition is that anxiety is always hurried. It is going to give you a sense that time is running out and you have to do things. You'll suddenly find that your calendar is overflowing with activities and you have no time for yourself, no time to complete all those things, and your to-do list somehow keeps growing and growing and growing. And even your to-do lists are going to have to-do lists. So this is anxiety. If you're living in that kind of life, if everything is very hurried, fast-paced, you need to slow down. And even though slowing down might feel really scary because you might think, if I slow down, who's going to handle all this work? Who's going to do it for me? That also comes from a limiting belief because you believe that you are the sole caretaker and provider of your financial and mental stability, whereas in reality, you can do nothing. Even all of your efforts combined cannot save you from a single calamity that's just few milliseconds away from you. So keep that in mind that yes, your efforts are good, but your efforts will become like a fitna for you if you start believing in your efforts more than you start believing in Allah. Intuition is slow. It's like the idea that at the back of your mind that you've been getting for the past 2 or 3 years and you cannot let go of it. When you get an idea from a place of intuition, you don't get this hurry up, follow this, or time will run out and you will lose it. No, it's just a random idea. It's like a random Tuesday. You wonder, it's boycott season. Everyone's boycotting Israeli coffees. How about I start a coffee brand of myself? So it's ideas like these that lead you to discovery. And to act on these ideas, you need to have courage and confidence to go for it, to try it, despite not knowing what will happen. Let's move on to the third point, the third difference. Oh, it's a very big one. It's like the whole crux of anxiety is rumination. Rumination happens when you constantly keep thinking about the same problem again and again, and mentally you going in circles, in loops. That problem never gets resolved because you're mentally trying to solve a problem that has not occurred yet, that's completely imaginary. Rumination is often about the past. You might start thinking, what if I had done this differently? If I had said this, then the conversation could have turned out differently. If I had taken this step, then maybe I got different results. These kinds of rumination put you in survival mode because number one, your body keeps reacting to the same thing that happens like years ago or months ago, and it's reacting as if it's happening right now. So you are putting so much pressure on your body, and it's very unfair. It's so unfair because you are giving your body the signal of urgency without giving it a roadmap of actions to do. Like you are telling it you're weak without giving it a proper roadmap of problem solving Which brings us to the next point, that if you want to solve rumination, you need to put your brain into problem solving mode. And sometimes when you are ruminating on a problem you cannot solve, use your problem solving skills on another problem in another area of your life. For example, you're ruminating about how one conversation could have changed your life and you could have gotten that job opportunity, and you want to know how to solve this problem, but you cannot solve the problem because it's already happened. Look at what other problems you or people around you are facing in your life, and try if you can solve it. It will take your focus a little bit away from the major issue what could have happened, and to your attention will go somewhere else. So I know this point is getting very long and I'm spending too much time on it, but another thing that I want you to remember is whenever you notice yourself your thoughts, like whenever you notice that your thoughts are taking space only one thing and revolving around it in circles, then it is time for you to detach from it. Because what you're essentially doing here is staring at a rose from too close. If you stare at something too closely, you lose the bigger picture, you lose the view. You cannot see if you are sitting in the middle of the road, or if there's a car coming at your side. You are just focused on that rose and you are looking at it so closely that you're almost blind. A good artist always appreciates art from a distance. Be that good artist and appreciate what God has given you. The the intuition, the person who is intuitive, who listens to their intuition, as opposed to a ruminator, is an observer. Even when you are ruminating, you can still switch to this side. I will share how. Because even if you are stuck with a problem that's beyond your means of control, that you cannot control, and you are praying for it, but your attention is just stuck on that thing and you're ruminating, thinking, and spiraling again and again about that problem, there's a slight awareness that there's a you that is experiencing the problem, and then there's a you that is observing yourself experiencing the problem. Try to tap into that version. Look at yourself outside yourself. That knowingness that I am separate from this problem, that is going to take you from anxiety to intuition. So be an observer, even even a little bit curious observer. The last point, which is going to make it very clear for you what the difference between anxiety and intuition is confusion. The voice of anxiety will always lead you towards confusion. For example, you are worried about your financial situation and you want to improve it. Your anxiety will tell you, try this dropshipping business idea and you will get money and you will get successful. Even though the steps you need to take towards that dropshipping business are very easy, something in you will keep resisting it, and that resisting is okay. You might believe that there's something wrong with you because you have a plan, everything is figured out, you know what's on the end goal, and you have the proper steps to achieve what you want to achieve, yet you cannot bring yourself to take the action. That does not mean something is wrong with you. Everything is working perfectly. That inner resistance is actually telling you something. It's telling you that the actions that you're going to take are not aligned, because the voice that told you to start that dropshipping business was anxiety. Because you did not start that dropshipping business from the place of creativity, from curiosity, from these qualities. You started it primarily because you wanted to earn money, because you felt a lack of money. And the whole world believes that it should be like this. Like, you're worried about money, you do something to get money, and then you get it. But I believe that, and some people will agree with me, because I believe this is not the right way. Because money has become like the rose that you're looking for so closely, and you are doing everything just to reach that one goal, you will end up feeling like it is not aligned with you. So I invite you to look at things with a little bit curiosity. When you look at things with a single goal in mind, your view is narrowed. You are always waiting for that one single outcome to happen. Whereas Allah Ta'ala is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. He gives without any calculation. He is abundant. And if you're asking an abundant being for something so narrow, something so small, then that is a kind of a misalignment, right? If God is abundant, then you must also ask for abundance. And abundance is not just asking for money, it's asking for health, for happiness, for a good lifestyle, for good relations with your family. And in doing so, choose a process or a passion to pursue that elevates these other things for you also. So don't put all your eggs in one basket and risk them for getting something that you don't currently have in your life, but find a way to pursue money in a way that other parts of your life are also fulfilled. If you, for example, if you are a curious person, you have an idea, like a creative idea, something that you genuinely love to do, and you know that you know that you know that you love this thing. There's a deep sense of knowingness, there's a deep passion in your heart. But the only reason you're not pursuing this passion is because you think it's not going to provide me money. Well, if even if it does not provide you money, it does provide you happiness, satisfaction, and other things, and you don't have to sacrifice these other things for the pursuit of one thing, which by itself, money on itself does not mean anything if you don't have happiness. Then you should pursue the thing where your curiosity lies. And it might appear as if you're putting yourself on the path of downfall, because what will I do? How will I survive? But for some time, let that voice drop and trust God and work from a place of safety and curiosity. I heard a quote that when wisdom is spoken out or recorded or written down, it becomes knowledge. It becomes another book, another writer's story. But in order to truly get wisdom from a person, you need to have your heart connected to them. So, in the next few moments, I invite your heart to be connected to what I'm saying, and I want you to invite you to trust me a little bit on this because it's going to sound very difficult, but this is what I really believe. There's a certain goal that you want to achieve, and there's a certain timeline that you've set for yourself. It's point B, and you're at A. Normally, what you would do, you would go from A to B, following the steps that you can to reach there. Whatever your goal is, be that financial security or having good family relations or making your own as a business, creative business successful. But I don't believe this is true. I think this is totally false if you just rely on this. It looks logical, but it's completely illogical according to me. This is true. Why? Because I don't know if you can see it here. Here. B for become. Become first and then achieve. Let's take the example of a girl named Sarah. Sarah wants to earn money because she wants to live an independent life, because she wants to have a black car, she wants to have her own home, and she wants to study abroad. She wants to take her decisions freely and go wherever she wants, whenever she wants. You see the pattern? She does not want money. She is fed up of controlling behavior of her family or people around her or the society, and she just wants freedom. So if she wants money, I'm not saying that she should stop chasing money and she should stop trying to get rich, but the thing that's going to help her achieve money is practicing freedom. If she starts practicing freedom in small things, that's going to lead her to money. And money is not going to lead her to freedom. Freedom is going to lead her to money. So this is what I mean by this analogy. So always remember, A to B, false. B to A, true, because B for become. Become first and then have. Be, do, have. Let's see you in the next video. For the time being, take care.